what up, fam? It's your boy C's from thecaesarlife.com. Let's get right into it. So today's video, we're going to be discussing consumption versus production. Now, I know that you can easily differentiate the two, consuming versus producing, right? But the reason why I bring this up is because sometimes as creators, we go and consume with the intent to produce. What do I mean by that? So for instance, I do video blogs, create video content constantly. Sometimes in my editor, Final Cut Pro, I have these different hurdles, right? I need to know how to make a specific transition happen, or I need to know how to fade in this specific audio, fade it in and fade it out. So I'll go into YouTube University, type in what it is that I need, transition or audio, yada, yada, yada. That's me consuming with the intent of extracting that information and putting it towards my producing, towards my work, right? But then sometimes you get caught up in this vortex and you're stuck in that consumption phase because you go and you lose track of what it is that you went searching for in order to extract. So I found this little trick or tip. It's not really a little trick or tip. It's something that if you've done it long enough, it's tricks of the trade. But always write it down what it is that you're searching for. Now, the reason why I always write it down is because if I just type it in, creators are creative and their creative job is to keep you on the platform as long as possible. So they have all these flashy things like speed ramp this, zoom transition that, top 10 this, and you're just sitting there, analysis paralysis, and then you forget what it is that you were searching for, right? So that little trick of me just writing down exactly what I need, be as specific as possible. I need to know how to transition from this to this, or I need to know how to fade in the audio here and fade out the audio there. By writing that down, you don't lose track and you're not sitting there hours on end scrolling on how to make this transition this and this zoom transition that, when that has nothing to do with what you're searching for, right? So that little simple trick of just writing it down and extracting exactly what it is that you're searching for with the intent to produce it through your project will save you tons of time and tons of heartache, okay? Because I know as a creator, you go in with that intent and there's like an 8-minute video that's trying to teach you how to do this one specific thing, but then 7 minutes of it, it's them just probably pitching something or telling you something else that has nothing to do with what it is that you're searching for. Now, it's not any knock on the other creators because they do have a job to try to give you as much information as they possibly can in a short period of time and hold your attention for that long. So kudos to them for being able to do that. But in order for you to break out of that consumption cycle, you need to extract exactly what it is that you want. And then once you're done producing and you've uploaded your video and you're sharing it on all your social media platforms, then you can go back and figure out what other things that they have to offer so that you can probably use that for future videos. But if you're just looking to extract one piece of information in order for you to produce something, write that shit down so that you'll be able to break out of that consumption mode, because once it has a grip on you, several hours later, you're like, wait, what was I searching for again? And then your project is just the one that's suffering. They already did their job. They kept you on the platform. They're going to be recommended to you over and over again. They did their job, right? But you forgot to do your job. So always think in the mind of a producer first, right? You need to produce what it is that you're producing, and you need to extract all the tools and information as quickly as possible in order for you to finish that job of the production before you just enter that consumption mode. And as I mentioned in the previous video, how to be creative and what to do if you're stuck in the creative process, you have to be that person that you want to become that person. You want to become that creative person by constantly creating. So if you're constantly consuming, you then just become a consumer. And here in the United States, that's basically what there is, a consumption factory, right? We're being programmed to consume as opposed to being programmed to create. And all over the world, everybody's getting rich based off of Americans' need to consume, right? Whether it's food, garments, transportation vehicles, jewelry, whatever. Instead of just us doing the producing and entering that global market, we're just stuck consuming. So instead, make that little switch. Arm yourself with as much tools and resources as you possibly can in order for you to be stuck in that production mode, because it is fruitful and it just feels great to do once you're doing it in a consistent basis, right? You want to become a creator. You want to be a producer more than you consume. I know you heard this plenty of times from different channels, but again, human beings need to hear the same message over and over 100 times, 100 different ways, or is it 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways? Either way, we need to hear it as much as possible just to keep us lasered and focused, and just try to eliminate as much distractions as you possibly can. All right, arm yourself with all the tools you need to produce, whether it's a phone, a camera, a little setup in your apartment or bedroom, whatever it is. You just want to create. Like, the first thing, the first step is put yourself in a creative environment, right? So create, right? Keyword, create a creative environment. That would be the first step, right? Whether it's a nice little setup in your room, in your office, in your apartment, whatever, your house, your basement, wherever. Create a creative space so that anytime you enter it, you're inspired, you're motivated, and you get your shit done. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on the production versus consumption. And I know there's endless ways you can dissect this. If you feel I haven't covered it all, or you struggling in that consumption versus production mode, hit me up in the comments and let me know. All right, shoot me in the email, follow me on all social media, and yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to work. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Holla back. Peace.